All right, guys, it's Mr. Grayson. I'm down here in Cozumel, Mexico. It's amazing. I found a classroom that looks almost exactly like ours. I don't know why I found it. I was out running, thus my shirt and my hat, and I found a classroom. Hey, good news. They have a race down here. I'm going to do it. I'll let you know how I do. But welcome to class. It's good to see you guys. If you can't figure out how to behave for the sub, she's going to say bye, 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 and you can just head on out of the classroom, whatever way the door is. I'm not sure. But yeah, good to see you guys. What I need you to do right now is I need you to pause the video and take 2 minutes and do the bell work. Reduce these fractions. 2 minutes, ready, set, go. Okay, welcome back. Let's go over on how we reduce these fractions. All right, so for number 1, you should divide the top and the bottom by 2. And that gives you a final answer of 3/2. That is your reduced fraction. Number 2, you divide the top and the bottom by 9. Gives you a final answer of 1/2, 1/2. Problem 3, you divide the top and the bottom by 10. And that gives you a final answer of 5/1, or just the number 5. All right. The last one, the number that goes into 12 and 8 is 4. So you divide the top and the bottom by 4, and you reduce that fraction to 3/2. All right. Reducing fractions. Booyah. All right, so our lesson today is going to be about a new way that you can factor. So far, what I've taught you is these 3 ways. First, taking the square root. Did that a week ago. The second way, x factoring. What numbers multiply to 7, add to 3. Okay? And then what we did the past 2 days have been perfect squares, or a difference of squares, where you make a positive one and you make a negative one. Today what we're going to do is we are going to learn a method called bottoms up. I know that's a song and you're probably giggling right now, but yes, bottoms up. And we use bottoms up when we have a quadratic that looks like this. Now if you look at this quadratic right here, 2x squared plus 5x plus 3, okay? The very first thing you should do is try to factor out a greatest common factor. If we look at 2, 5, and 3, is there a number that divides into those 3 numbers? The answer to that is no. So that means we don't have a GCF. So we have to do bottoms up. Now if you look at your paper right here, your paper has the steps of doing bottoms up. So go ahead and follow along with me. Example number 1. All right, let's do it. Bottoms up. Step 1, look for GCF. We did it. There's not a GCF, so we're going to go to step 2. Step 2, multiply the first number times the last number. Wrong color. So we're going to multiply 2 times 3. Okay? And what we do is we rewrite our polynomial. We are going to rewrite this, and we're going to drop the first coefficient. So we're going to drop the 2 and rewrite it as x squared plus 5x. And then we multiply 2 times 3 and make it a 6. So we make our last number a 6. So let's review what we did there. We multiplied the first number times the last number and replaced the last number. And we dropped our leading coefficient. Okay, so there's now nothing in front of here. Okay, so we dropped the 2. Let's move on. All right, step 4 says we x factor. So we know how to do this. We make our x, and we look for 2 numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5. 2 numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5. Now those 2 numbers are positive 2 and positive 3. All right? Now what we do is we set up our factors. So we take x plus 2, and x plus 3. And these are our factors. But we're not done yet, because you remember how we dropped the 2 at the beginning. From this step to this step, the 2 just went away. But it can't go away, it has to come back. So we got to bring that 2 back. And this is why it's called bottoms up. Is what we do is we take that 2 and we put it right underneath that, and we put it right underneath that. All right? The very last step that we have to do is we have to reduce our fractions. Okay? That's why we did it in the bell work. Connections. All right, so 2 over 2. 2 over 2 reduces to 1. So my answer is x plus 1. Okay, so that's my first factor. My second factor over here is a little bit more complicated. Can we reduce the fraction 3 over 2? The answer to that is no. You cannot reduce this fraction. So what we do is we bottoms up. Watch this. Draw an arrow, and we take the bottom up. Bottoms up. So when we write our final answer is going to be 2x plus 3. And these things right here are your factors, and you are now done with this problem. That is how you factor bottoms up. The best way to do this is to do a lot of practice, so we're going to do a few more examples, so let's jump right into it. All right, example numero 2. I'm going to throw that on the beach over there because I'm in Mexico. All right, here we go. Bottoms up. First step, we multiply the first number times the last number. So I go 5 times 6. So I'm multiplying. I drop the 5 when I rewrite it. So I rewrite this as, let me get my marker back, m squared, drop the 5, minus 17m plus 30. 5 times positive 6 is 30. Okay, we good? Good. Now what we have to do is we have to x factor it. We take our last number, which is 30, and we take the middle number and put it right there. So what two numbers multiply to 30 and add to negative 17? Now that's a little tricky because you have to have negative numbers, but those two numbers are going to be negative 15 and negative 2. Negative 15 times negative 2 is 30. And negative 15 plus negative 2 is negative 17. All right, so now we make our factors. So we go m minus 15 and m minus 2. Boom, got the factors. But remember, from this step to this step, what did we drop? We dropped the 5. Now we can't just let it out there all by itself. It's got to come back. So we're going to bring the 5 on back. I'll use a different color for that. We're going to go and we are going to bring that 5 back. Okay, so that 5 has been brought back in. Now we have to reduce our fractions. So 15 over 5 and 2 over 5. So let's reduce 15 over 5. 15 divided by 5. Well, what is 15 divided by 5? It's a 3. So our new factor is m minus 3. And this fraction right here, negative 2 over 5, well, this fraction doesn't reduce. So what we have to do is we have to take our bottom and bring it up. So our new factor is 5m minus 2. And these are our two factors. If I multiply these two things back together, guess what it is going to give me? It's going to give me my original problem. All right? So, factor these things. Don't worry about the roots. I'll teach you the roots when I get back from Mexico, because that's where I'm at right now. All right, very good. Let's do another example. One last one, and then you get a try. By the way, you should be following along, and if you're not doing it right. So fix yourself. Okay, example number 3. here we go. Multiply the first number. Ooh, I made a mistake. We got to look for a GCF first. Sorry, look for a GCF. Is there a number that divides into 6, 5, and 4? Nope, there's not. So we move on. Okay, multiply 6 times negative 4. Remember that negative, it's negative 4. So we drop the 6, it becomes a y squared. Use my blue marker for that. Becomes a y squared minus 5y, and I replace the back number with the product of 6 times negative 4, which of course is negative 24. Okay? Drop the leading coefficient, replace the back number with the product. Okay? Now we X factor. Two numbers that multiply to negative 24 and add to negative 5. Well, what two numbers multiply to negative 24 and add to negative 5? Well, 8 times 3 is 24, and 8 minus 3 is 5, so we're going to use 8 and 3. But we got to figure out which one gets the negative. When you add them together, they got to be negative, so the bigger number needs to be negative. Negative 8. Okay? Make your factors. Y minus 8 and y plus 3. Those are our factors. But remember, what did we drop? We dropped the 6. So we got to bring the 6 back in. So let's do that right now. Bring the 6 back in. And this one's going to be a little bit more complicated when you reduce your fractions. So pay very close attention. Yes, you in the back that is on your phone, put it away and pay attention because it's important right now. All right, 8 over 6. How can we reduce that fraction? We divide by 2. So we divide the top by 2. And what does that turn into? Well, it turns into a 4. We divide the bottom by 2. What does that turn into? A 3. So our new fraction is now 4 over 3. Okay? Now we have to bottoms up. We have to bring our bottom of our fraction to the front. And that gives us a 3y minus 4. And that is your new factor. Okay, let's practice again with this one. 3 over 6, we need to reduce that fraction. Some of you in your brain are saying 3 over 6 is 2. That is not the case. 3 over 6 reduces to, divide the top by 3, it's a 1. Divide the bottom by 3, 2. 1/2. We take the bottom of the fraction, and we bottoms up. Take the bottom to the front. So our new factor is 2y plus 1. And these are your factors. Okay, go ahead and try example number 4 by yourself. Pause the video right now and give it a go. Ready, set, get it done. All right, welcome back. You should have done example number 4. We're going to quickly go through it right now and see if you did it right. Hopefully you did. Throw it on the beach because I'm on the beach right now. All right, bottoms up. Look for a GCF. Is there a number that divides into 12, 11, and negative 5? There's not a number. So what we do, we multiply the front times the back. We drop the coefficient on the 12, so it becomes a c squared plus 11c minus 12 times negative 5 is negative 60. All right, so what we need to do is we now need to x factor this. All right, so two numbers that multiply to negative 60 and add to 11. And what are the two numbers that multiply to negative 60 and add to 11? I need to think about this. Not 6 and 10, 15 and 4. So what it is, it's a positive 15 and a negative 4. Some of you may not have gotten that. Go ahead and pause the video again and now finish the problem from here. So if you didn't get it, pause the video again and finish it from here. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to finish this off. I know some of you may not have gotten that. I wanted you to practice the end part. So what you should have done is you should have gotten C plus 15 and C minus 4. Okay, what number did we drop? We dropped 12. So we got to bring our 12 back in. So divide by 12, divide by 12. Okay, we got to reduce both of these fractions. What could we reduce 15 and 12 by? 3. Divide the top and the bottom by 3. So that is a 5 over 4. And we bottoms up. We bring the 4 to the front. So our new factor is 4C plus 5. Boom. Very good. Now we have to reduce 4 over 12. What number divides into 4 and 12? Well, that's pretty simple. It's 4. Divide the top by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Divide the bottom by 4, and that is 3. So, bottoms up, take the bottom of your fraction, move it to the front. 3 goes to the front. So our new factor is 3C, 3C minus 1. And that is how you bottoms up. All right, I've done 4 examples for you. You should know how to do it by now. If you flip your paper over, you have 9 different examples for the rest of the period. I would like you to do those quietly. You can talk quietly with the person sitting next to you. The substitute will have an answer key. If you would like to check your answers with the sub, raise your hand and you can check them. All right? Until tomorrow, I will see you again. Hopefully I can find another classroom and send another video from Mexico. We'll see. Have fun, guys, and good luck doing bottoms up.